Hello everybody. How's everyone doing? So yesterday I shared a powerful tip to help you with self-love during the Ascension and Awakening process. And today I wanted to share another tip of self-love during this time of Ascension and Great Awakening, because when we are so distracted about everything else that's going on around us, it can be a little bit of a struggle to find that connection within ourselves, to really take that time to love ourselves. And so I did talk about this yesterday. I talked about the tool of observation, how you can observe your feelings, your emotions, and your thoughts to really dissect what is showing up for you and why those things are showing up for you. So we talked about external forces and internal forces, and really sitting with our emotions of what is happening and why these things are showing up. And it's a wonderful experience to be able to really know what is showing up, what are the emotions saying, and how we can really, again, navigate if all of a sudden you're feeling angry and frustrated, if this is your feeling or if it's something that is outside of you. So it's definitely something that we're going to dig a little bit deeper in within my 5-week program coming up starting on Sunday. So if that's something that's that interests you, please by all means reach out to me. So today's powerful self-love tip for Ascension and Awakening is to be authentic to yourself. So that is the tip. Be authentic to yourself. So this is a time where, again, if we are looking at our emotions and our thoughts and our feelings, and then all of a sudden we're going within to really look at, is this mine that I'm feeling, or is it something outside of myself? Society impacts us really honestly about like everything. It impacts us with how we look, how we feel, what clothes we wear, what's our size, what should we believe in? Should we have trust and faith in X, Y, and Z, or should now we be feeling fearful of X, Y, and Z? And how can we really navigate those times? But how we can truly love ourselves is being authentic to us, to yourself, okay? So many times as humans, we find ourselves in a situation where we are so busy looking for significance that we hide behind a mask. Oh, wait, I didn't even realize this when I was writing this down. Hold on, I'm coming back to that thought. So lifting that mask is the biggest gift we can give ourselves. It's like saying, this is me, I'm proud of myself, regardless of what other people think. So how can you be true to yourself? How can you follow what it is that you believe to be true? And when you do that for yourself, that is an act of self-love. And there are many, many times that I have caught myself questioning what my truth is, where my voice lies, and how I can show up and be authentic, first and foremost for me, but then for my audience, for my family, my friends, all of you. How can I be true and authentic? But what caught me off guard when I was just reading that is the whole mask situation, which I didn't really think that was coming up, but I'm just going to go there for a moment. I want you to think of the mask situation for a moment. I obviously get the science behind it. I get why they're promoting it, things like that. But I also see the energy of another perspective. Whether you agree with this or not, that's okay. I'm not trying to start a war here or anything, but I'm just sharing my perspective. To me, a mask is also a way for us to be silenced and for us to not be able to speak our truth. And it's an easy way to feel manipulated. And it's an easy way for us to be controlled and manipulated, in a sense that what's being dismantled on a much larger scale is what a large majority of people are not ready for. Therefore, my perspective, another perspective of the whole mask thing, is to keep us quiet, is to not allow us to speak our truth. Again, I'm not saying I'm anti-mask. I'm not saying I'm for masks. I'm just saying that we have to do what we have to do. I get that. I get that there are health reasons for it. I get the science behind it. But again, on a larger scale, I want you to think about, is masks keeping us? This could be true for you and it might not be true for you. But is masks trying to keep us from being our true authentic selves and sharing our wisdom and our knowledge and our power during this ascension and awakening time? Okay? So I'm not saying that we have to be these power, egocentric people because we're not choosing to wear a mask or this or that. But is it a way that it's keeping us, I don't necessarily want to use the word stuck, but is it keeping us in this third dimension of human consciousness? Is it trying to hold us back from ascending into the higher levels? So anyways, enough on that. I just wanted to like plant the seed on that for you guys to think about. So going back, a self-love tip is be authentic to yourself. So now that you've kind of dabbled a little bit in the observation piece of it, observing your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings, I want you to look at then how can you be authentic with what you are feeling? Sharing your voice. So yesterday I talked about, in the observation video, I talked about, and you can go back and watch that if you haven't yet, I talked about the sex trafficking and the human trafficking and all of that kind of stuff. So if that emotion rises within you, if you've observed the emotion and now you are really dissecting it and you're like, okay, I see that it's an external force, but I'm also feeling it internally. So what can I do about this? Be authentic. Speak your truth. Speak how you feel about what's happening. And it might not just even be that collective that's being dismantled. It might be others. Okay? So I wanted to come on and share this with you today. Again, I am sharing these tips with you this week to help you to kind of look at how you can love yourself during this process, because we are all experiencing so much different, we're just having a lot of different experiences right now. And it can be a little bit challenging. It can be a little bit difficult to navigate and to know what's really going on. And so I'm going to drop this in really quick again. So again, my program, my journey, I like to say journey, that I'm taking with all of you who sign up starts on this Sunday, August 16th. We are doing Expanding Your Divine Self. So this is a piece that we are going to be working on. We are going to be working on looking at our limiting beliefs, looking at what's really happening within ourselves that may be keeping us from expanding into our divine self. Another word for that really is, how can we ascend? How can we experience this ascension process and this awakening? And in order to do that, we have to look at some of our limiting beliefs and our barriers. So that's week 1. Then we're going to be looking at how we can rewrite our story. How can we take those limiting beliefs, patterns, and barriers that we are experiencing that were keeping us in this box to now create something new, a new story, okay? Week 3 is about connecting with your divine self. So how can you really tap into your intuitive self? Then we will also be working for a week on our connecting in with our spirit guides and working with that team to help us to go through this process. And then we'll also be talking about alchemizing energy. And I am so sorry, but I am missing a week. I cannot remember that one. It's not coming to me at the moment, but there is another week in there too. So anyways, be authentic to yourself. Be authentic to those around you at this time. Speak your truth. Speak your voice. Share with others what you are passionate about. Okay, so that's how you share your authenticity with other people, is sharing your truth and who you really are, and not letting society depict who we are and who we're meant to be. So whether you, like my thing said, lifting the mask is the biggest gift that we can do to change ourselves. So metaphorically speaking, physically speaking, you can still speak your truth, mask or no mask. So that's how you can start to lift that veil. Okay. I love you all so much. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow to share. Almost said shit tip 3. Share tip 3. Yay. Okay. I love you guys all. Have a great night.